Revelio.
So frustrating. So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time, it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Arthur VI tried conjuring a pillow the other day. Ended up with a hedgehog. Not terribly comfortable to sleep on, I'd imagine.
You think Gareth Weasley would be better at transfiguration, considering his aunt teaches the thing?
Transfiguration has always come easily to me. I suppose some minds are more suited to it than others.
Professor Weasley's easily my favourite. Her wand work is exquisite.
Human transfiguration is dangerous. Charlotte Morrison had to go to the hospital wing last year. Got stuck with fox ears. Improvement, I thought.
My brother caused a lot of trouble in Professor Weasley's class when he was at school. He'd idly wave his wand whilst daydreaming and transfigure someone's book into a beetle.
I wonder what animal I'd be if I was an animagus. Wouldn't mind being a cat. Or an orumpent.
I tried to transfigure my parchment into a blanket. Wanted a little nap. Would have been fine if it hadn't caught fire. Nothing to be learned at Hogwarts that one cannot learn out in the world. Of course, there's something to be said for eating the house elf's quince pie whilst learning.
I'd never have a harsh word to say about Hogwarts. I, for one, could stay here forever. Better than where I'm from.
I've been tempted to say I lost my wand just to get out of Weasley's assignments. How's that for transfiguration?
I heard that Professor Binns died one night and showed up to class the next morning as if nothing had happened. I don't think he even knows he's a ghost.
I can't seem to master the Wiggenweld potion. Perhaps my stirring technique's a bit off.
I just wish they'd hurry up and assign the essay on werewolves. When are we getting to that?
I say, teach me everything going. In fact, if Hecate doesn't hurry up and teach me the Imperious Curse, I swear I shall get on that train and go home.
As a Muggleborn, I used to feel I had a lot of work to do if I wanted to catch up to the other students. Now I realise that no particular group of wizards has the monopoly on skill.
I promise you, more teachers nod at you if you're holding a stack of books. I swear it's true. Frankly, I'd rather limit my excursions to Hogsmeade these days. Too much distraction.
I'm saving up for a new broom. Reckon I'll be going for the Yew-Weaver, or possibly a Silver Arrow. Albie Weeks says he'll give me a good price on one too.
I can appreciate Hogsmeade all year round, but there's nothing like it after a fresh snowfall.
My house broom will
Lumos.
do me fine for a while, I'm sure. My parents keep promising me something to make up for the fact that they spoil my sister rotten. I think we'll just tell them to kick me out with a wind wisp from Spintwitches and we'll call it even. I prefer the 3 broomsticks to the Hog's Head. Sirona's a much better conversationalist than Jasper Trout.
Tried to summon the pepper at dinner last week and dropped a pudding into our prefect's lap. Not sure who felt it more, me or her.
I was trapped on the grand staircase once. Every time I tried to step off, it moved again. Still haven't lived that down.
Got called on to read out loud a history of magic the other day. Stumbled over all the words. Think I even bored bins. That's saying something.
I dropped one of the crystal balls in divination. Shattered everywhere. I was mortified. I will say that Professor and I seemed much calmer than I expected. Still, not ideal.
All I can say is, don't look inside my notebooks.
And why is she always holding his hand? I've seen them.
In Transfiguration, I switched the writing ink with flobberworm mucus. I thought it to be funny, and it was. To me.
When Howin said draw a thestral, how was I to know you don't draw it next to a dead body?
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Rumor is, Professor Hammett used to work for the Ministry.
Revelio.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Serona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Serona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio. Revelio. friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lord Gok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Revelio. The door is looking at us.
I'll be quiet.
Revelio.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe what he said. Real goblin mine.
Lumos.
Revelio.
Lumos.
I've read about mines like this. Here, is something else altogether.
Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine.
Clever.
I've never seen a sword forge you
Revelio.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. We're being watched by a door. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye. Leviosa.
Revelio. Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
I should use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing.
Revelio. Descendo.
Revelio.
Revelio.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos! I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Yes, of course.
I will make you I won't rest until dead.
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos! If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large.
Revelio.
What? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. I'll be quiet. Unfortunately, Lisa. Imagine most goblins to be brilliant and kind.
We'll reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Crucio!
Oh, this thing is too much.
Stay close. Sounded much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Rebellion. Confringo. Rebellion. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Lumos. Not an entanglement we need right now.
Lumos!
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio.
Smoking this area's a waste of my time.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
I won't rest. Stop it! Why can't I hit you? I won't rest. I won't rest. Put me down! Rather unwise coming back this way. I won't rest.
That should be the last of them, Amit. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Confringo. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos! This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Lumos. Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we've found.
Lumos! I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos. We're
Lumos!
almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Revelio.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Revelio. They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gog, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
I have thrilling news. I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
Hello, are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win. Accio! Precisely as planned. Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio! Precisely as planned. Didn't I say I adore competition? Hard luck. Care for another round? Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit. Precisely as planned. Nice technique. Accio! wig. I'll never top that. Accio! Precisely as planned. Nice technique. Well, you are good. I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I play by intuition, natural skill and all that.
That's been my strategy. I suppose it only gets you so far, though. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
It is not my doing. Please do be mindful where you walk, won't you?
Revelio.
In my opinion, divination is a load of rubbish.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
The role seriously, since Black clearly have no interest in it.
I think we should have a moon carpet job.
Revelio. Lumos.
I thought I could count on my friend.
Pardon me. Is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black. Taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour, but mum's the word.
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower, just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are just inside the bell tower.
I have family in Indo. Father wants me to visit them, but I haven't had the time or the inclination. Life is so peaceful in the hamlets. Well, goblins are lurking around every corner. Can't be good for
Lumos.
I adore shopping in Hogsmeade after it snowed. It's so, what's the word? Magical.
Revelio.
How many owls do you think Hogwarts has? It's always
Lumos. Revelio.
The last time I was at Dogweed and Death Camp, Madam Green had everything from Disney's to
Revelio.
Just be careful not to upset her, though, or she might set a venomous tentacular on you. Anyone fancy going to Brood and Peck with me? I've been wanting to go for ages. My friend said they have very high-quality feathers, and I need one for my jobberknoll. Can't remember why.
I'd spend the entire day in Hogsmeade if I could.
My aunt says I should get to Hogsmeade as often as I can. Says it's good to get out of the castle sometimes.
If it's seeds I'm after, I'll always go to the Magic Neep. I've upset Madam Green one too many times now. She won't soon be welcoming me back to Dogweed and Death Camp.
Revelio.
I bet garlic can stay in it. Why else would it be the only common room with plants? She's obviously showing favoritism. If you ask any Hufflepuff, they had her in their common room. The chairs in the common room are too comfortable. Closed my eyes for 2 seconds the other day. Woke up 2 hours after charms. Why would Helga Hufflepuff have you have a barrel?
While I remember, don't forget to give me that book on ancient runes. Or in case I don't see you.
Why study in the common room when you can be outside in the
Revelio. Lumos.
We should speak with Mr. Pickle's friend. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
I think
Revelio.
The centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
The bells must be upstairs. Alohomora. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Ah, found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow. Wingardium Leviosa, perhaps. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! One up, one to go. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Leviosa. Confringo. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Last month, I performed a knee reversal hex on a second year. It was an utter triumph.
Revelio. This stairwell looks promising.
Do you ever wish you could write?
This looks like the portrait from the map. Now, where's the treasure? Revelio.
Bravery runs in my family.
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Lumos.
My uncle.
Fear is weakness. I never feel fear.
Revelio. Aha! There was a doorway hidden within the portrait. I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
I don't find potions bearable at all. And if it's double potions, I question whether I wouldn't just rather be a muggle.
Have you ever noticed in potions that the girl who sits in the corner almost always nearly melts her cauldron? I find it quite disconcerting, and Sharp doesn't even raise an eyebrow. Yet I drop one nettle too many and I get the stare of the basilisk.
Oh!
Why are we only learning all the boring potions? When are we learning Felix Felicis? Knowing Sharp, he'll probably teach it after we've done our exams.
Do you find it hard to get the right consistency in a confusing concoction? I can never get mine to thicken.
Revelio.
Hogwarts is a second home to me. Feeling a bit nostalgic about leaving one day.
Oh, I've been turned around on the grand staircase one too many times. I simply avoid it now. Do you think anyone has found every secret passage in Hogwarts? Wouldn't surprise me if new ones popped up occasionally.
Hogwarts always has another mystery to discover. If I don't find a way to concentrate, I'll fail my owls for certain.
I enjoy having lunch down by the lake. Except when the giant squid splashes about. Not much for soggy sandwiches.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Wonder she's not gobbled up by her own bank tonight.
Now what am I supposed to...
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Ah, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means, for me and for Hogwarts.
Not sure why she'd fuss so much. It was only one page in a book.
I'd never fold down a corner in a book. I'd make a fuss too if I were her.
There are so many old books in the library. I'd say you'd be hard-pressed to find one without a turned page.
Oh, I think she goes about repairing them when we're not about. If you look, you'll see there actually aren't many.
What's a fun game?
What? What's a fun game?
Finding folded down corners of books in the library. Ones that Scribner missed.
Oh, that does sound rather fun.
I'd win.
What? What on earth makes you say that?
I have sharp eyes. Like a hippogriff, my mother says.
We're looking for folded pages, not ferrets.
Well, no point discussing because I've already found a fatal flaw in our plan.
Oh? What's that?
It involves risking unplanned encounters with Scribner. I say we play a round of gobstones instead.
Oh yes, I'm good at that. Delicate hand. Like a bow truckle, my mother says.
Well.
Made any progress with your treasure?
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might like to know that my map led to a doorway hidden within a portrait.
Oh, how clever! Mine led to the boathouse. Barely found the treasure before I saw the headmaster coming. He shooed me out of there, but not before I got a few galleons richer. What did you find?
I found what I believe is an authentic historian's uniform.
Oh, that's lucky. Seems as though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join me. Well, on to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick rummage round Weasley's office might yield anything interesting.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Mine now, Alohomora. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. What do we have here? A
academic eyes.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Leviosa. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Welcome back.
Lumos. Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Lumos. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. Lumos.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details?
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
Revelio. This place has seen better days.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Revelio.
If it thinks it's got half a chance, a werewolf would be on you like both weapons to Doxians.
I can't quite.
Lumos. Revelio.
I've taught my son never to read his place.
Began arriving by flying carriage to Hogwarts, but after that dragon attack, I waited for all boats and trains.
That young Otto's little backpack does seem nervous. Helpful, mind you, but I'm still hasn't quite found his stride.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
It was a wind that passed.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No. I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. Oh, I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Revelio. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Revelio. Hello, Revelio. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. Revelio.
I simply pretended that someone had used it.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Lumos.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
I will never shoot you with one arm tied behind my back.
Revelio.
Work hard and don't be afraid to fail.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find... Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. The hidden door.
Revelio.
Lumos. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. Lumos. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Revelio.
What are we even doing here? I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll turn on us.
It's not gonna work. Using that gun.
Revelio.
It's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Brock Burrow's always a treasure trove. Never failed to fill the sacks. Well, that's me, of course.
Hey!
It's always a pleasant surprise when there are no surprises. Everyone in Upper Hogsfield shudders when they see me coming, and rightfully so.
Lots and guards can't stop me.
It's been a bit grim, I won't deny, but the tides will turn for us soon.
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
There must be something.
No one cast my eyes close.
Expulsion!
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
I'll tell you that.
It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
I've never seen such a look of fear in your eyes. I should think an ant would show more mettle.
I ain't allowed back in Glad Rags on account of my light fingers. living patrol. Charming.
It's exhausting, standing here all day waiting to do Rookwood's work for him.
Something afoot.
I've had enough of Belfast. I never have to see it again.
Revelio.
I've raided Rockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves. They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there. How did I get mixed up in this? Doing
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have it.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend. If they're daft enough to try to come through here.
Everyone in Upper Hogsmeade, shut and rightfully so.
The troll you are!
I brought every traveling vendor that's passed through here. They never see it coming.
Extraordinary desperate gits. Suits me just fine.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. Revelio.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. I'm tired of wasting my time on the foolish decisions of others. We've lost precious opportunities now. Opportunities that could have brought spoils to our hands, but now lie fallen to the wayside on account of feeble thinking.
Revelio.
Students these days, so full of themselves. Suppose that's what we're counting on, isn't it?
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Lumos.
Where are your guns for gardeners? What a silly threat.
Lumos. Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us! I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Raven. He will tell you what you need to do.
Lumos.
To help.
Revelio. Lumos. Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Mr. Abe's wand could be in there. Mr. Abe's wand must be nearby if he can sense it from his cell. Mr. Abe's wand! He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Abe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay. I understand.
Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos. Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Lumos.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.